Every time Secretary of State Michael Pompeo opens his mouth, the Chinese people love their country even more. Now, if you know me and you're following this channel, you know that I have a passion for both America, my home country, and China, a place that I lived in for over 10 years. I want to create videos that help educate people, but more importantly, help bring these two cultures together. They believe that they have no idea what's going on, when in fact, the Chinese actually know exactly what's going on. They know exactly what Michael Pompeo is saying, and they realize that most of the comments he says about China are actually false.
And if we don't act now, ultimately the CCP will erode our freedoms.
American government is always saying that the Chinese Communist Party is going to erode all of our freedom. America is separate from China. China has no jurisdiction in America right now. And in fact, China has no interest in spreading communism around the world. Let's ask ourselves, which country goes around the world spreading their way of life and their form of government? Well, it's obviously the United States. We have over 600, American army bases around the world. We constantly go around the world spreading our form of government. You should embrace democracy because it's our way and our way is the best. When's the last time you saw China going to other countries around the world telling them, you should go and embrace communism? This is what we do. China doesn't do that. And this is the most fundamental thing that you need to understand about China. China is not anti-democracy for America or any other country. In fact, China really doesn't care what America does. China's basically saying, you do you, I do me. We just don't want your form of government to come into our country. Why? Because we have proven to the world that we have a unique way. We have a unique way that we're doing it, and it's actually working. Over the last 30 years, 80% of the world's poverty alleviation has come from China. The Chinese government is forward-thinking, it is constantly changing, and it is improving the lives of Chinese people, it is improving the infrastructure of the cities, but it is different, and unless you've spent time in China and spent time talking to Chinese people, you're not going to understand that fact. Now, you have to realize this, Michael Pompeo. Chinese people are looking at America right now, and number one, they're very surprised that the most powerful and richest country in the world has failed to actually handle the COVID-19 outbreak. But in addition to that, we see the violence, we see the racism, we see the unbelievable amount of gun crime. All of these things the Chinese are looking at thinking, wow, this is actually really sad for America. We always looked up to America, and we just see America declining and falling apart. The Chinese are realizing, you know what, maybe we don't want these American things. We're going to start embracing Chinese things. And I'm really worried that the United States is going down this road and they want a Cold War. Now, many people have accused me here on YouTube of being anti-American. I'm not anti-American. I love my country, but I'm very disappointed in the way that we're going, the route that we have chosen to go. I think if you talk to many Americans, they're very frustrated with the current government. They're very frustrated with the future. The future does not look optimistic for the United States. However, in China, their future looks very optimistic. Many more people are optimistic about their future. But what I want to do is I want to create an environment where both the United States and China can work together, because when that happens, the entire world wins.